Hey everybody, this is Eli and Richards.
And Richards and Eli's beer
review. And
wait, let's first start out. Let's first start out. We're going to talk about what beer we like. Our favorites, why it is our favorite. So Eli, go ahead. What's your favorite beer and why?
My favorite beer is Budweiser or Bud Ice. Budweiser has just a unique taste to it that I like, and plus when you get drunk, it's not like a hangover drunk. It's just like a comfortable, feeling good buzz, and when you come down off of it, you don't feel like throwing up. Bud Ice is really smooth and light, and has a really light taste to it that doesn't make you sick. So those are my two favorites. What's your favorite now?
My favorite is actually Miller Lite. Has to be my favorite. It was the first time I actually legally had my first beer. It was actually at the restaurant Cheddar's with my meal. The reason I like Miller Lite is because, number one, it was my first legal beer that I had. It seems to me crisp, smooth, not heavy. It just seems like a good balance for me, Another thing that I like, and Miller Lite, that's my favorite when it comes to bottles. When it comes to cans, I'll have Coors Light. And if I'm going cheap, if I'm going cheap, Natty. But for the most part, Miller Lite is my favorite because to me it's always Miller time.
Right.
And today we're actually going to do some reviews, regardless of what we like, what we think our favorite is. We're doing reviews on other beers. We're totally open to these. These are beers that we've never even heard before, so we're not biased. We never had ale before or amber before, so we're totally open and we're not judgmental.
We've taken it upon ourselves to drink every independent beer that the majority of you might not have tasted upon ourselves. That way, if it tastes bad, we'll know about it and warn you beforehand.
Yeah. So, mainly for the most part, a lot of people out there like Budweiser. A lot of people out there like Miller Lite, Coors Light, and other things like that, Bud Ice. So, for the most part, we got an average taste. Fair enough to say we got an average taste.
Right.
So, we're just average people, average taste, giving you extraordinary reviews. So, Eli, you want to go ahead and tell them about your beer?
Yeah, we're going to start with the bad ones first?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to the creators of this beer, but I have to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10, and that's being generous. It's called Flying Dog. I'm going to show you a picture of the label here. Flying Dog.
Which,
beer.
by the way, that's a dog, if y'all can tell.
Yeah.
He's throwing up.
Throwing up blood.
I don't know if it's
blood or beer.
And he has like some kind of wings. And really, when it comes to this beer, I think the dog would rather grow wings 30 miles in the air and throw up instead of drink that beer.
I tell you the truth, I like the label. So I have to give them credit for
That's
being...
why I bought it.
Yeah.
Original.
I have to give them credit for being original, and I like the artwork on it. And I give, points to the artist. But
That's
the beer,
it.
it's a classic pale ale. And if you like dark beer or ale, like German beer, then, that's okay.
Yeah, it might be good for you.
Yeah, but this, to me...
Not for us, not for our...
Right, to us it tastes like black coffee without sugar, like just plain coffee.
I still got the aftertaste in my mouth.
Yeah.
I didn't have that one, I had another one.
It's got a horrible aftertaste. The hops are way too strong. And to me, it seems like if you bought a 6-pack of this beer, you would get sick on it. I don't think I could drink 3 beers of Flying Dog without getting sick.
Flying Fork, we can drink a Flying Dog.
But, that's just, you might respectfully disagree if you like a pale ale,
You might.
So that's fine. But this, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, and it's called Flying Dog, Doggy Style Classic Pale Ale. So, but if you want to buy that, that's fine. If that's your taste, that's great. To me, though, it has a too strong of an aftertaste. Kind of makes me sick to my stomach. It's not really something that I would recommend. So.
All right, next off, I didn't have his pale ale. I have another one. It's called Strangers. Okay, Strangers. Looks kind of neat. The reason I bought this beer is because it stood out to me. It looks different. I actually got a little more in here. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm going to drink it right quick for you. It's pretty bad when you're about to drink a beer and you're like, wait a minute.
Let me stand back. Stand back. Let me drink this beer.
There's some more in there. Yeah, okay. I don't want to drink it.
Oh, shit.
It's horrible. It's just nasty. It's just the worst beer. I don't know how to explain it. The aftertaste it's worse than the actual taste. The taste is bad. The aftertaste is worse. And what I mean by the aftertaste is, pale ale. Seems like a dark kind of beer. It's, I don't know. I still taste it. It just doesn't taste good. It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, Natty Light, I don't really care for it. It's just cheap beer. But at least you don't get aftertaste that tastes like you just washed your mouth with some kind of fecal of an animal. I don't know. I mean, but once again though, to the artist, the artist was pretty original. It's pretty neat. It's called like Left Hand Brewing Company. I think it's very original, but for my taste, oh my gosh, there's just no. It's called Strangers. Never get to know them. Never get to know a stranger.
And the label, if I could interject here for a second, the label's kind of creepy. Because it's like, creepy. You have like friendly people here, like in the label, like people like family on both sides. And then just this creepy guy, like standing in the middle, like some weird stranger. Yeah. So.
Alright, and on our last 30 seconds to a minute here, this is something we both had, Yeah, we both the stranger I had, he had the flying dog.
Right, so we both had the sea dog.
Sea dog.
And it's a wild blueberry.
Wild blueberry.
And I have to say, I was pretty impressed with it.
Yeah.
I was.
Especially after drinking the other ones.
Hell yes.
Yeah, at first we rated this beer, he rated it a 5.
Yeah, 5.5.
I did a 6.5, maybe 6.
Right, yeah.
Number one, the reason I did it at 6.5 or so, look, the top, it's a little paw. I thought that was kind of neat.
That's pretty cool and unique.
It had a cool dog on it, friendly, good for the kids.
Yeah. I like the whoever came up with the name and the artwork was really unique.
Very unique.
The blueberry in it was very good. It had a blueberry aftertaste. Mm-hmm. The only thing that knocked it down to a 5 was the hops were too strong. It had way too strong amount of hops.
Aftertaste. Yeah. It could have had barely a pinch more blueberry, barely a pinch less of whatever.
And you gave it I gave it a 5. You gave it a 6.5, right?
Maybe a 6. I mean, after drinking that Stranger.
Well, yeah, but let's try not to, because it would win out between both of those.
Two different worlds.
Because that's just a regular bill. These are ales.
So wild blueberry. Mainly, what we suggest is if you're out, if you see Sea Dog, wild blueberry, it's worth getting it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth drinking.
Don't get a 6-pack.
Yeah.
But it's worth drinking.
It's worth, like, if you're just going out and you want to try something new.
That's it.
We would definitely recommend Sea Dog Wild Blueberry. Just pick up a couple and, try them. They're all right. They're pretty good.
All right, and mainly that's our review today. Yeah. And this is
Eli
and Richard's beer review.
Beer review, right.
We'll work on that. Yeah. Well, we'll see y'all again another time, and if y'all have any requests, just let us know. We'll be more happy to go ahead and rate the beer and tell you what we think about it.
Yeah, if you guys like to send us a message on certain beers that you guys would like us to taste, we'd be happy to taste them and send you our reviews. So, everybody have a great day, and thank you for watching.